guys, I got breaking news for you guys. We are completely sold out. Sold effing out. Zero inventory cars available. And it's not a supply problem because we know for a fact the factory's been pumping cars like crazy. And we got confirmation from the sales reps here in China that zero cars. We're sold out. It's demand. Demand. Extreme, extreme, extreme demand. People are buying the cars like crazy. We got zero inventory cars. Now, according to the sales reps here in China, right, before May 1st, there used to be like a couple hundred inventory cars. But now, especially when it comes to the more popular models, ET5T, the ES6, it's completely out. And we got even the sales reps stressed the F out. They are super stressed out because even if when they're off work, they have to constantly check their work phone to check if there's an inventory car available. And they got customers begging them for an inventory car. Why inventory car? Because they don't want to wait 20 plus days, even up to a month to get a factory made car. So a lot of people are buying inventory cars. Now, one of the reasons that this is happening here in China is because NIO opened up new sales channels. I'm not sure if you guys know about this, but the matter of the fact is they're selling cars through multiple different methods, all right? We have the traditional stores, but then quite recently, they've opened B2B. So what they've been doing is, for example, finding these secondhand dealers, all right, selling cars to them in bulk. And then they have their own customer base and they can then sell the cars. So it's a win-win situation. NIO gets to get rid of cars, sell more cars. Everybody does this. Li Auto's fantastic sales numbers comes primarily from this actually. All right. So everybody in the industry does this. NIO is finally taking part. And that's one of the additional sales channels that they're doing. Now, the other sales channel, which you guys heard of me reporting this before, is the fact that they're using TikTok to sell cars. So some of these big TikTok influencers, all right, here in China with hundreds of millions of followers, right, they're getting them to sell the car. And if they want to buy a car through them, of course, there's a little kickback to them as well. And it's a win-win situation for everybody, right? NIO gets more exposure, higher sales numbers. The influencer is incentivized to promote NIO and talk about NIO. And then, sometimes those viewers, their subscribers, their fans might just go directly buy a NIO from the store, or they might buy it from that influencer. So it's multiple sales channels. And what that has caused is what we're seeing now. Inventory cars, zero. So we know for a fact, all right, that sales are going through the roof. Deliveries are going to follow suit as well. Now, very interestingly, I stumbled across this other very pretty sales rep talking about how 1 month into her employment as a NIO sales rep, she has already achieved the sales championship. She's the sales champ of the region. Well, I had to ask some of the other sales reps, what's going on, man? They've all been selling tremendously well. They have a lot of customers in their pockets. A lot of them, all right, some of them have capitulated and said, oh, okay, we'll just buy a factory car. But a lot of them are begging for these inventory cars. And even about a month ago, all right, less than a month ago, all right, back in April, early April, when I went to one of the NIO houses, I witnessed one of the sales reps actually telling me that, they've been trying to snatch up these inventory cars because every sales rep has customers that wants these inventory cars. And by the time it pops up within a minute, that inventory car gets snatched away. And I also did some eavesdropping and I heard that one of the sales rep was able to snatch up one of those cars and was congratulating the customer, and the customer was just ecstatic, extremely happy that they were able to get one of these inventory cars. So demand is through the roof, guys. And one aspect of this, all right, so even though inventory cars is zero, there's no cars available for inventory. You gotta just line up for the factory order. Apparently, they might get these inventory cars back after this holiday. All right, we have a May holiday going on, and it just recently ended. And apparently, most of these inventory cars has been purposed for these TikTok sales and these business B2B sales with these secondhand dealers, etc., getting their sales reps to sell the car. And if they're able to sell those cars, then that's good. If not, then they bring it back to some of the sales reps and they're able to, sell these cars. And from what I heard, it's really about like NIO themselves up there. They get to control how many cars get to be inventory cars. They get to control, like, are they going to like just pre-produce like a car from stock and that kind of stuff? And do some customers not take delivery of the car even after placing a deposit? That becomes an inventory car as well. So apparently it's just demand, guys. Demand is through the roof. There's too much demand. People are buying the cars like crazy. And here is another post that I stumbled across that confirms everything, all right? It confirms everything. It says, NIO, are you crazy? Are you letting us go crazy? And this is a sales rep. There are no ET5T inventory cars at all throughout the entire country. Not even a single car. How do you let us live? All right? All the cars have been appropriated to these TikTokers and these B2B guys. How do you let us survive? And then he stresses out the fact that every day, even when he's not working, he has to constantly check his work phone, all right, to see if there's any inventory cars because he's got customers dying for inventory cars. And he says, if this keeps on going, why do you even need sales reps? Why don't you just sell everything through TikTok? All right. And he says, man, this is just absolutely insane. And he said, he confirmed that before May 1st, there were still like a couple hundred inventory cars, but starting on the 3rd, all right, in the afternoon, 0. The cars were all sold out. And this probably has a lot to do with auto show as well going on. And all these different auto shows, a lot of people might just want to get the car right away. All right, I told you, there's 20 auto shows going on. People want the cars. People are buying the cars like crazy. So it really makes sense to have this situation where inventory cars are just completely depleted and completely gone. And well, people have to buy factory cars and they gotta wait 20 days. So this month, I'm very confident about 20,000 deliveries, even possible for us to get up to 30,000 deliveries if we're extremely, extremely lucky. All right. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.